Hello and welcome to the iconic space. My name is MC Paps. This is the Influencer Court, whereby we come and heal souls and talk about mental health issues in real life. So, right about now, we're on the red carpet of Miss Teen Universe Kenya with one of the partners, people who've made it happen. And we just want to ask a few questions. We're going to have conversations that be able to heal you as you're home, anywhere you're watching this event from. So, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I will not give them a spoiler of who you are. You have to tell them who you are, where you're coming from, how you're coming in the event, and how you are able to make sure that this event is going on.
All right. Thank you very much. My name is Rehab Wangaruro. I'm the Business Development Manager for Retail Life Business at Britam Insurance Company Limited. And we're just coming in as partners for this event to support this great initiative, because it is a cause that's close to our hearts in terms of developing the youth, empowering them with skills, enabling them to also just identify their talents and grow with them along the journey of life.
Okay, so this platform is so big for these kids who are coming on the platform trying to showcase their prowess, their talent in the entertainment industry, specifically modeling. And you, as a person who has been here as a mom, as a leader, as a person who is running a company as one of the heads there, what can you tell the people who have come here to support these kids?
All right. I think it's always great when we see organizations really supporting the youth, because we believe the youth is the future of our country and indeed the world. So, of course, we really like to thank everybody who has partnered with you to make this great event a success, because we actually really just believe in the youth as the future.
Yeah, because that's the reason why I told you have to stay behind, because you're more experienced in this future, because we are young and you have seen more. So that's why I wanted to tell you to be prepared, because you're about to teach a lot of people who are going to be watching, probably millions of people who are going to be watching this show live, who are going to be watching this online after. And the internet doesn't forget.
Yes.
So that's why we need to take time with you, so that you are able to teach us, the people who are here, who are trying to grow to a different level, to understand more about life itself before even our mental state.
Excellent.
That's okay.
Yes.
So question number one. When you dress up nicely as a leader, does it change how you feel about yourself when you walk in the office?
I think that's an excellent question. When I dress well, that's the beginning of a great day. When I'm super dressed well, it affects my psyche. I know it also impacts on the people who depend on me and look up to me. I always say dress up for the next level. So I always also want to dress up in a way that indicates to the audience and the people who interact with me that I need to be taken seriously. So depending on the occasion, if it is work, it is great attire, and yes, it does impact in terms of my general great feeling when I'm dressed well.
So does it give you pressure every time you want to lead, because now they have to look at how you dress, how you speak, how you coordinate your stuff? Do you feel nervous when you want to start your day?
Of course, I'm self-aware in terms of how I dress, in terms of how it impacts on the other people. I know very many people, especially even the young people at work, are looking up to me as a leader. I always say, your personal brand starts with the way you look. You are judged when you walk into a room within the first 7 seconds, even before people listen to you. They're already looking at how are you presented, how have you presented yourself. So always think through, how do I want to present myself as I am dressing? Let it advise you in terms of how you then appear.
Wow. So do you think fashion is used in real life?
Do
you think fashion is used in real life when you're walking in the office, when you're seated at home? Do you think fashion is taken seriously?
Of course, fashion is taken seriously, but of course we also understand that we are in different generations, and even in the workspace that comes through in terms of you will be able to note the way different generations show up and appear. So yes, fashion is really useful in terms of how you are taken.
Okay. Has social media ever made you feel insecure about yourself?
Yes, I would say so, because sometimes you post things and you're like, why did I post that? And you can see the comments. Sometimes the comments you get depending on the posting, some could be very sultry. I've noted and seen instances of people being bullied, on social media. So that's an area we actually look through and really try to protect our younger kids, especially as they mature, to be able to maybe help them navigate the environment within the social media. We are cognizant of the fact that there are people out there who might have ulterior motives. So yes, sometimes it can be very unsettling when you watch and observe what's going on out there.
Yeah. So, do you think mental health sometimes is ignored in the work office, in the workplaces, in real life? Do you think mental health is ignored?
I think going in the upcoming days, I think HRs and companies are becoming more cognizant of the fact that mental issues are for real.
Okay.
So the first thing they encourage, like where I work in Britain, they encourage us to speak up. Whenever there's an issue, they always have these kinds of seminars that they bring for the staff, just to help us really navigate through
the situations.
Yes, through the situations. But also, I think most importantly is also as an individual to be aware that work-life balance needs to be your own personal initiative. Listen to yourself, listen to what your body is telling you. In case you feel you're not okay, please speak up to somebody. I think it starts with you. That's what I would say.
Wow. Okay. If you had a choice, would you prefer fashion that makes you look good or fashion that makes you feel good mentally?
I would prefer fashion that makes me feel good mentally.
Not fashion that makes you look good. Why not fashion that makes you look good?
Of course, even in the workplace, the companies we work for, they're now becoming more cognizant of the fact that we don't always have to be in corporate every day. Okay. So like on Fridays, they allow us to probably have dress downs, which would not have happened in the previous eras. But now things are changing. I'd prefer fashion that makes me feel good because, like I said earlier, it's a psyche. When you're looking good, everything, the whole day goes well.
Okay, last question. Mm-hmm. How can young people use fashion as a tool to support their mental health instead of harming it?
All right. I think just basically using fashion in terms of the way they dress, let them dress in a way that doesn't make them become subjects of bullying. We've seen young people walking out there in the streets, and when you look at them, you're like, okay, are we as Kenyans ready for that kind of dressing? And you can always see sometimes young people being either targeted as by people, just telling them you're not dressed properly. You remember sometimes somebody was almost even stripped in the streets of Nairobi owing to the way they had dressed. So I would encourage them, even as we look to the West for, fashion, standards, let's also be cognizant and aware that we are still in a Kenyan dynamic. Whenever you're going out, don't also dress in such a way that you become unsafe. That's what I would advise them. Don't dress in such a way that maybe creates or gives an opportunity for you to become a target of bullying. That's the way I'd look at it. So dress decent.
So one word to your daughters out there who are really looking up to you, who want to be in your position, who have studied so hard and they think there's no hope in becoming someone like you. What word do you give them?
All right. So for them, I'd encourage them. And I think this is what I always tell my daughter. It is important for you to have clarity. And clarity can come to you when you're a very young person. If you settle down and maybe just think through, what do I want to be in the future? And then realize and acknowledge that if you put in the work, if you have the discipline as a young person, the future becomes a very bright one. Because God also gives you the opportunity to co-create with Him but there has to be a price to pay for success. You have to be disciplined, you have to be diligent, you have to be obedient, and you have to be very deliberate and intentional about your life and the choices that you do make. So as you're going through life, please make sure you're having the right choices, discerning about the friends you keep, because sometimes, again, peer pressure can land people into trouble. So always discern, always have the right discipline and have the right grounding, then the future becomes very bright for you.
The sentence is stand your ground and have discipline. This has been the Iconic Space, a segment called the Influencer Court, and we have had a wonderful conversation with a mentor, with a leader, with a mother, with a person who is leading a whole company to make sure that this show runs to the next level. Welcome to the space whereby you will never ever forget, because we are here to heal, we're here to talk to you, we're here to just make sure that there's something that you'll hear or you'll listen that will change your life. Iconic Space, MC Pops. Until the next interview, this was amazing.
Right.